Good morning, everybody. All right, so today we are moving, changing destinations. And what we're going to be talking about today in this video is budget-friendly RV stops on the way from destination to destination. Stuff that doesn't break the bank and how you can save some money when you're moving from one place to the other. So stick around, Home on the Hitch. All right, guys, I want to take just a second. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. That kind of stuff is what pushes us through the YouTube algorithm. It helps us grow, makes it easier for us to bring content to you guys. So go ahead and do that. We'll wait. Go ahead, it's right down there. Thanks, guys. Let's get on with it. So where do you go? Where do you go when you're on the road? You're on the road, destination to destination. You don't want to spend a lot of money. What do you do? Well, there's a lot of options. Since we're on the interstate, we'll bring up the first obvious choice, and that is rest areas. It's noisy and you know, there's trucks everywhere and this and that, but that is the beauty of it realistically, because truck drivers all congregate, number one, because that's where they have to be at to sleep for the night and for protection. So another option, kind of along the same lines, number two would be a truck stop. We've never stayed at a truck stop overnight, going, you know, from destination to destination. You can do it if you're going to do that. If you're going to go to a private truck stop like a Love's or something like that, do your best to stay out of the way, because a lot of those trucks are paying for those parking spots, or some of them. So you may not be received as well at a truck stop in an RV overnight as you will other places. So we've never done it. You can do it if you can. All right, so past that, if you're trying to save money, then we have used Passport America Parks.
And we do love Passport America. They give you this book when you join, so you have a paper copy if you want to have your passenger look through that. But they also have an app that you can use. Right. But they do offer discounts.
So you can usually find somewhere along the way for like $15 or $20 a night that's going to have hookups. If that's something you are looking for. So Passport America has always been a good option for us. As well, that brings up Boondockers Welcome and Harvest Hosts. We've stayed at Boondockers Welcome numerous times, and usually those will have hookups or they don't have hookups. I'll throw a card up to our video where we stayed at Barry's compound. And then I'll throw a card up
where
for
we stayed at Sam and
Sarah's. We today are going to try our first Harvest Host. So, all right, guys. So we have made it to where we're
our very first Harvest Host,
and it is awesome. We're in Pitts, Georgia, in this beautiful little community.
It's called Oliver's.
Oliver Farms.
Yeah.
Artesian oils, I believe. And we're going to go inside and see the stuff. And then they offered for us to go stay on the actual farm. So
We're going to be heading there
That's
next.
going to be pretty cool. So we're going to go there next. But let's go inside
and see what they have.
Yeah, let's go. is our first time. We've used Boondockers Welcome a whole bunch. This is our first harvest host here at Oliver Farms Artesian Oil. So we're going to talk to, or Mel is going to talk.
I'm going to introduce you to Valerie here at Oliver Farms, and she's going to tell you a little bit about this Harvest Host location.
Yes, so what we do is we make cold pressed cooking oils that you'll see right over here that we grow and make on our farm.
So they make these oils like pecan and sunflower. Do you grow all of these products here?
We grow 100% of the sunflowers, and we locally source our peanuts and pecans right here within the county. We grow those as well, but those have to be purchased from a facility where they can be inspected as it hits the ground.
That's understandable.
Yep.
So you make the oil.
Now what do you do with the
then
byproducts?
you make what comes after the oil after you press
so once we press the oil, what we have left over then is just like a pellet form right up here.
Okay.
You see. This is what our machines look like, and that's what we're able to take down, and then you can see right here meal into fresh
okay.
flowers.
So this is a gluten-free product that comes
Naturally.
that is a byproduct of your oil,
Well,
and so
that's pretty amazing.
that's using
And
the whole
it's perfect
plant.
for people that need low carbs, because
Right, so it's good for keto, it's good for celiac disease, that sort of thing. So then you also have honey, and then other, yummy little snacks that we like around
This
here.
is all stuff from local, or do you?
There's like literally the honey is made 4 or 5 miles from here. A lot of things in here are Georgia grown, and a lot of things we've done farmers markets and festivals for the past 8-9 years, so it's a collection of things that we've brought back to showcase here.
Well, it sure is pretty and beautiful, and we thank you for letting us come and stay, especially for our first Harvest Host day.
Can't wait to take y'all to the farm.
Right. All right, y'all. I need to do a little bit of shopping, and then we'll take you to the farm.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Don't go anywhere. Stick around. All right, guys, so this is our very first Harvest Host day, and so far it's looking pretty awesome. You know what, we spent about as much here as we would have on a campsite somewhere, $40 or something like that, but we were able to support a local business, and we've got an amazing view back there where the camper's at. It's just absolutely amazing. So definitely, I think, going to be one of our favorite overnight options, I think. So super quiet here is our first night at Harvest Host. Stop, like we talked before. The clouds were out, so I wasn't able to do any kind of star laps, but maybe not one of the most budget friendly stops, because you still need to support the local business that you're stopping at. It was definitely something I think we might choose over a night at a KOA or something like that.
Absolutely, because you make connections with the local people.
Yep.
You get to purchase some local product.
We're gonna get on the road back towards North Georgia, but Harvest Host was amazing.
We'll be back.
I haven't touched on, like what everybody talks about, and that's Walmart, Cracker Barrel, Cabelas, Bass Pro Shops. Walmart is probably I think it's gonna be your best budget option if you can find one that you can stay at. Some people say they're having issues. We don't.
But there are lots of Walmarts to choose from, so they're very convenient.
Right. We always try to go in and buy something.
Talk to the manager
and then we stay out of the way. Don't park behind the building, like some creepy weirdo. Park in the far corner of the parking lot, out of everybody's way. Cracker Barrel, I think, is a great option, but you might feel obligated to go in and buy a meal.
Right. But that's also a good option while you're on the road, so you don't have to cook when you stop. So you can have dinner or breakfast. So with the Bass Pro Shops and Cabelas, now that they've merged, we are hearing more and more that they are less available for you to stay overnight, and that they are closing a majority of their dump stations.
Yeah. So I guess the point is, if you're going to try to stay at a Cabelas or a Bass Pro Shop, you need to make sure you call and talk to the manager. If they say yes, then I wouldn't feel obligated to go in there and buy anything.
And it's always a good idea to get the manager's name and write that on a piece of paper so you have that for reference.
Right.
For any future needs.
So I'm going to toss this one in there. Not necessarily a budget-minded stop, but if you're on the road and you find yourself somewhere and you don't know where you're going to stop, most fairgrounds
and racetracks
have RV spots with full hookups for races and stuff like that, and you can go there when there's no race. It's usually pretty cheap, so don't forget about fairgrounds, and every state and county has some fairgrounds somewhere that you can probably get to, so that's a good one to keep in the back of your mind.
So make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you haven't, hit the notification bells, like buttons, and always leave a comment, because that is how we love to engage with you the most.
I'm commenting. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, because we know you did it. Hit the right there, down there. And take care of each other. Love each other.
And make every moment count.
See you next time, guys.